So I love this one. I've had this multiple times.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try Las Rocas,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you can tell us a little bit
Yeah.
more about like production method and
Yeah.
Calatayud and
Yeah. And Calatayud is a very small appellation in Aragon,
mm-hmm.
very small one. And for me, is the appellation that represents better the terroir.
Hmm.
You know, the expression of the soil on this kind of wines is amazing.
Mhm.
And the most of the soils are rocky on the topsoil, slaty on the topsoil, and then sandy or clay on the subsoil. And that's why you have the richness of the clay on the sandy, and then at the same time you have the minerality of the rocky soil, slaty soil,
Mm-hmm.
and rocas in Spanish means rock.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well,
that's
that's how you
why.
Just kidding. It's a joke. It's a very hard translation, though. Rocas.
And that's why I think that one represents really well the soil where it grows. And talking about climate, it's the same like in Cartagena. You have this kind of a continental climate,
Mm-hmm.
very hot summers, cold winter, a lot of difference between the day temperature and the night temperature.
Right.
And that's why, for Grenache, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They have really, really old vines on the vine because the average could be 60, 70 years old vines, very old vines.
Yeah.
And on this kind of course, poor soils, hot climate, continental climate, but really at the time of the harvest, you have really hot conditions there. And that's why you have to be very carefully at the harvest and then make the harvest at the correct time
Mm-hmm.
because if not, you can reach 16.5 degrees on the wine.
Yeah, and what are we? Where are we?
It could be 14.5, no?
Yeah, we'll see.
Something
Yes,
like
that's
that.
15. But
That's 15, no?
what I like about Garnacha, though, I think, is that it doesn't express
Yeah,
necessarily alcohol. Like because
yeah,
I think its home is like warm climate. It belongs there. It's not like if you have Pinot Noir in a warm climate and you get like
yeah,
these like almost like disconnects. Like I feel like Garnacha wants to be in the Mediterranean. Well,
yeah.
we all do, but at least Garnacha's home is there, right? Yeah, you're right. This is a little, you can see us getting like a little bit more serious.
Yeah,
You can see the wine, and I like to see the different faces, like the white face, of course, and then the like kind of playful and young. But
yeah,
now you see like I guess like tons of minerality here
yeah, yeah,
that really smells like expression of terroir.
yeah. Really, I think that of all of the wines, maybe it's the wine that is going to show better the soil.
Yeah.
The soil expression on this one is fantastic, and you can feel the difference between the previous one and that one because the fruit is much more riper, and because this kind of Grenache really, all vines with more concentration means riper fruit and more complexity, of course, because they use oak.
Yeah.
And the wine has been aged, during 10 months, and that's why the oak influence on the wine you can feel it.
Right.
And it's good because the oak not overwhelm the delicate
No,
flavors
no.
of the grape, and I think the balance is very good.
Mhm.
And of course, you have more complexity because you have a lot of spiciness,
Mhm.
toastiness, smokiness, and then the fruit. You have really good spectrum of aromas,
Yeah.
and for sure on the palate it's going to be much more concentrated and complex. But on Calato you always you have a very nice acidity, and I think of the four appellations, maybe it's the appellation where the acidity is higher.
Yeah, you can see the high acid that
Yeah,
refreshes it. So maybe that's why we're not expressing 15% alcohol.
yeah,
And even the oak, you said there's some oak, but like I think it wears it well. Like
yeah.
if you have a big grape, if you have a grape that has a lot of flavor, oak and alcohol are not necessarily a bad thing. Like for me,
Yeah.
this is like one of the most well balanced wines.
Yeah.